Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to dive right into your reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. These are general readings, so just keep that in mind and take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, for Pisces, please Spirit, for Pisces. What do you have for Pisces? All right, Pisces, you're getting stillness, enlightenment, potential, and flow. You know, I keep talking about this. It's been showing up in a lot of your readings. There's this energy of like you are emerging out of a period of time where you may have learned a lot of lessons. You may have grown a lot spiritually. It may have been a bit of like a hangman moment where you were just sort of observing, learning, looking back on the past, gaining enlightenment, gaining new perspectives. It feels like it's a powerful energy to sort of catapult you into this new time, but it's kind of like I also see that you may even be looking towards the future or towards what you desire in a different way. Like you may be seeing a lot of potential where you might not have seen it before. And I feel like, you know, there's a mountain in this card, and mountains in tarot typically mean obstacles or, you know, things that we have to overcome. And it's kind of like, I feel a very realistic energy of just like, you know, there may be obstacles in my way, but I also know because of this period of time that I've been through and what I learned and what I now understand from this period of time, that I have everything that it takes to kind of overcome this. If you're not there yet, I feel like you're getting there, and you're getting there very quickly. What this energy is leading you to is the flow of the universe, you know, where things start to open up, where the obstacles sort of fade away and disappear. One of the biggest obstacles that we ever have in our lives is our own mind, you know, the fear and the things that our mind tells us, our ego, what it, you know, says, oh, you know, don't start off on that path. It's going to be hard. You might not make it. Look how silly you're going to look. People are going to make fun of you if you fall on your face, like whatever it is that our mind tells us. But our mind is oftentimes the biggest obstacle. And it feels like with this enlightenment card and with this stillness card, I just see that you're seeing things in a different way, or you're having clarity, or even you may even be looking back on the past and seeing how the things that didn't work out were also things that happened for you, not to you. And so it may be making you a bit more fearless and a bit more limitless in what you're manifesting or visualizing or wishing for here. All right. You have on the bottom of the deck, what does your soul say? Yeah, look at that. Cut the cords of doubt. See, I feel like this is kind of Pisces. Oh my gosh. Limitations inspire innovations. Overthinking can spoil the magic. Follow through. Make a mission statement for your soul. I feel like this is all going back to what, you know, we just talked about here. Pisces, it feels like you are coming into a period of time where you really and truly are going to have an opportunity to shine, where you're going to be in the flow, where things are going to be working out for you, things that, you know, may at one time seemed sort of, I don't want to say impossible, but like there were more obstacles in the way than there was like freedom to flow. And I feel like those things are sort of fading into the distance and sort of going away. It may be that your changed perspective is like even looking at the obstacles as an opportunity. So that diminishes them. It's kind of like fear. When you look fear in the face, it diminishes, it shrinks. Once you come to the conclusion that you could deal with the worst if it happened, it shrinks, it disappears, it doesn't stand in your way anymore. So you have this cut the cords of doubt, and yeah, I mean, limitations inspire innovations. You know, having to get over that mountain teaches us how to be a mountain climber, you know, and being a mountain climber or having that skill or that experience can benefit you in untold ways, right? Because we don't know what's coming in the future. We don't know what we're going to face. And so every skill, every experience that we have, that we allow to teach us, you know, becomes a very powerful tool in the future. You have overthinking can spoil the magic. I feel like this is really just telling you to stay present in the moment. And, you know, take things as they come and don't get too attached to an outcome. Don't, you know, insist on having it go your way. Stay open to, you know, the alternative opportunities or courses that present themselves to you. You know, that's the magic. The magic is I set off on this journey and I was going from point A to point B. And then this other way opened up to me and it was full of these pretty flowers. And so I decided to, you know, take that path. And I took that path. I didn't know where it was going to lead. And then it led to another path. And that path, you know, you just don't know. But that is part of the magic, is what you discover along the way. With follow through, I'm just getting here, don't give up. This is something where it's like your persistence will really pay off. You have make a mission statement for your soul. I feel like, you know, that is self-explanatory. You know, we are the thing that gets in our own way. Those unhealed wounds that get triggered, that gets in our way. Our own mind, our own mindset, our own way of thinking, that gets in our way. Those are the things that have a tendency to throw us off course or make us give up or make us quit, you know? And so if you can persevere through those things, or if you can learn how to navigate without letting those things influence and affect you, you're going to have a lot more success. That flow is going to carry you a lot further. All right, let's see. For Pisces here. Okay, I feel like someone's coming in to confess something to you or to shine a light on something for you. You scare someone because you're so independent, you're so capable. And, you know, I feel like someone doesn't really want to admit that or acknowledge that. So Pisces, you have truth and heartache. I feel like someone is coming in to tell you something. There's some kind of confession here, it feels like, very strongly. Or they may have already. This person, I feel like there is some kind of energy of sort of being threatened by your independence, or being threatened by the fact that you don't really need anyone. It's something that I think is attractive, but it also really incites fear within them, because if you don't need them, there's no guarantee you're gonna keep them. And even if you can say, yeah, I don't need you, but I want you, it just isn't as reassuring to this person. This person may have a bit of like toxic tendencies when it comes to relationships. This may be the only thing they've ever seen patterned for them, is that people stay in relationships based on need. Someone is either, they're getting ready to make a major move here, Pisces, on you. They're putting things in place here. I can just feel it. For some of you, this is a past person and there's going to be some kind of rebirth. For others of you, I feel like this person, I think that there's almost like a pride or an ego thing with this mask. It's like, I don't want you to sort of see me as someone who's vulnerable, or someone who's human, or someone who has made mistakes and learned from them. It's like I just sort of want to present myself as someone who sort of has it all together or knows who they are. And it's kind of like, even as I say that, I sort of feel like even this person realizes that you Pisces can really kind of see through that mask. But it's something that, you know, this person has really relied on for their life with everyone. And it may be the fact that you can sort of see through their mask may be something that makes them even like slightly uncomfortable, but also makes them sort of know that this is a deeper soul connection. I feel like this person really, they want this to come back to life. They want this spark to become a fire. And if this is like a burgeoning relationship, like something that hasn't quite gotten off the ground here. This person may be going through something where they have had to learn a lot of lessons. And I think that they may have been someone who was keeping a strong kind of demeanor, or like acting as if they weren't experiencing what they were experiencing, but there was an element of heartache to what was happening in their life. You know, what I'm getting here is that quote of be kind to people because you never know what they're experiencing, like behind closed doors. There's something here about that where someone may be confessing to you that like, I haven't shown up for this relationship, or I haven't shown up for this connection yet because I was actually dealing with like all of this or this over here. I still feel though that this person is a little intimidated or threatened by your independence, Pisces. But they're also super attracted to it. I think, you know, if they were going through a codependent relationship, or they had something that was codependent, then, you know, they are probably looking for someone that's not going to use them as a life raft. And so independence is a giant indicating factor that you're not going to use them as a life raft, right? And nobody likes that feeling. Even, you know, as a tarot card reader, I sometimes experience that with clients. And it's super unhealthy, and you know, where it's like they either want me to tell them a certain thing. I'm not the tarot card reader for you if you want that, by the way. And or it's like it's like, you know how I say we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. We're all sort of cast about in the ocean trying to stay afloat, trying to keep our head above water. And, you know, when someone sees you as someone who is strong at treading water, they come up to you sometimes when they feel like, oh, I'm not as strong as that person, I can't do it. And also, or they're lazy and don't want to do it, don't want to tread water anymore. They'll come and they'll hang on you and want you to keep them afloat. And nobody likes that feeling. I mean, there are some people that do actually like that feeling, that also have toxic traits, but nobody who's really healthy and is really working and is on their path and is really focused and is really, you know, working, putting all of their effort and energy to heal their own wounds and to like be the strongest swimmer they can be for themselves. They're not going to want someone who is just hanging on them and relying on them to do all the swimming for them. Nobody wants that. So there's kind of this energy here where it's like this person is attracted because you're able to tread water on your own, and you may be even studying, or, you know, you may even be sort of showing like even more skill than you have in the past. Or, you know, this could be, as even if this is like a past person, there's almost this energy of like, if it is a past person, it feels like maybe you took your energy back, and maybe, you know, where at certain times you have been more understanding, or more like, you know, I'll go ahead and leave this energetic door open for you. You've been less and less like that, and that's sort of making this person feel even more like Pisces is getting away from me. But if this is like a new person or something that's trying to get off the ground, it feels like this person is like, yes, Pisces is, you know, able to tread water themselves, and is able to keep their own head above water, and is able to take care of themselves, and that is amazing. But at the same time, maybe they have not experienced being in a relationship with someone like that. And while it's like they know they want that, if what you're used to is toxicity, if what you're used to is only having hangers-oners, and knowing that they're always going to be hanging on until you can't take it anymore, until you push them away and say, learn to be treading water on your own. I can't do it for you. I'm not going to. I'm not willing to anymore. Then it may make them super uncomfortable, because that is seriously a place of unknown. And we typically fear what is unknown to us, like what we haven't experienced before, what we don't know. So I feel like this is someone who's trying to push through a lot of things, a lot of energy here to get to a place where possibly they themselves are healthy enough to also be independent in the relationship and to have faith and to feel comfortable and to feel secure in a situation that isn't toxic. Yeah, and I feel like this person is preparing, you know, maybe they're doing some spiritual work, maybe they are healing themselves, maybe they are looking at, you know, their own codependent tendencies, or, you know, I mean, it just depends. I mean, it could be anything, right? But there is something here where someone is going through some kind of period that is even maybe making it possible for them to join up with you, Pisces. Let's dive into the tarot. That's interesting. For Pisces, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Okay, so you've got the 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the Star card. Wow, okay. Pisces, the 9 of Cups is a Piscean card. I feel you have the 4 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I honestly feel like the 9 of Cups is you here, Pisces, and I feel like you have been working on your own emotional contentment and just being fine on your own and, you know, treading water, making it work for yourself. I feel like you have someone who feels as though they really have to be in a solid or stable energy in order to show up for you with this King of Pentacles. Like, they have to be ready to commit. They have to be ready to be solid and stable in order to really join up with you. With the 5 of Swords, this person's mentality, their mind, their mental body is not really in alignment with that energy. They may be a lot more secure of a person than they realize, but there's something going on in their mind that is defeating that energy, that won't let them believe that, or won't even let them see that about themselves. With the Star card energy on top of this 5 of Swords, there is something here where this is a moment in time for this person to face this, or for this person to heal this, or for this person to overcome this, for this person to have a restoration of hope and optimism in their life, to really change this mentality. With the 4 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, you know, I feel like when it comes to partnership, both you and this person are sort of bored and discontent. It's, you know how the 4 of Cups is typically like these 3 cups, and then there's 1 cup coming in with the hand of the divine offering it. It's almost as if it's like, I know that it's almost like I know the cup that I want, but I may not be ready yet to receive it, or I may not have the skill set I need in order to like take it. You know, I want to be ready. I want to be prepared. Oh my God, I just literally looked at this card. Look, there's the hand with the other cup. And it literally says preparation. I cannot believe that. Yeah, it's like, I want to be prepared. If I'm going to take this cup, I want to know that I've given myself the best chance to actually make it work. This is, I feel, yeah, and it's this person's, you know, with the 5 of Swords, they have some kind of thought process that isn't supportive of that yet. Whoa. All right, we've got the 3 of Swords with the King of Wands. Wow, damn. Okay, so, wow, oh my God, you have the 4 of Cups here on the bottom of the deck and the 4 of Cups here on the bottom of the deck, and then you have the 4 of Wands here. So heavy emphasis on 4. You have 444. Some of you may be seeing this sign or synchronicity. It could be an indication that this reading is definitely for you. It also talks about the foundation and the importance of a foundation. So somebody may be like, I got to get all my ducks in a row in order to make this happen. All right, with this Nine of Cups, you have the Three of Swords and the King of Wands. And, you know, sometimes the Three of Swords can be a third-party situation. I don't see a whole lot of other supporting factors for that, except this with the heartache here was giving me that vibe that, like, it's possible that this person was recovering from something or was going through something somewhere else or with something else. That could have been their family, it could have been their job, it could have been whatever. It could have been another person. This situation is like, I know what I want and I'm ready to go after it as soon as I don't have this energy of suffering. As soon as I feel emotionally content within myself. The thing is, with the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck with this energy, you know, the Four of Cups isn't a real aggressive energy, and it's not an energy of like that supports health, vitality, well-being, like those kinds of things. But it feels like the foundation of this. No, it feels that the suffering energy comes from something foundational within this person. So in other words, you have to allow the suffering to take place, or you have to allow the suffering to come into being in order to sort of release it, in order to find that emotional contentment so that you can really confidently go after what you really want, if that makes sense. It's sort of like you have to be able to bring your awareness to it. You have to be able to feel it and release it in order to move beyond it, or in order to prevent it from corrupting any further future foundations that you build. I hope that makes sense, because that's what's on this person's mind. With the Four of Wands, it is, I want to have a strong foundation, and I want it to be a foundation that could withstand the test of time. With the Four of Wands, this can be marriage, it can be something very long term, but it's also, you know, the physical manifestation of our dreams. And I think that this person, it's kind of like, I know who I want to be with. I know who I see myself, you know, going through life with, but I don't think I'm in the most successful energy to sort of bring it about, or to trust that I can do it, or that it will work out. I like, there somebody recognizing their own limitation and their own, you know, possible self-sabotage, their own possible, you know, what could bring something down within them. And it, you know, it feels like they're taking this seriously, and it feels with the Four of Wands as though they feel this is a very deep soul connection, or that there is some kind of spiritual tie here. And it is a feeling of like, I don't want to mess this up. And I know that if I'm coming into this situation and I'm still harboring this suffering, I'm still holding on to this wounding, then the foundation can only be as strong as I can be with that wounding. So it's like, if I were able to like bring my awareness to this and release it and let it go, then I would be able to be a strong partner. For some of you, this may physically be some kind of third-party situation, a job that's not supportive, a person that's not supportive, family that's not supportive, friends that's not supportive, that this person is going to have to release in order to be able to be a part of this with you in the way that they want to be a part of it with you. There's like this acknowledgement of like, I know Pisces is the one for me, or I feel this potential here with Pisces. But I also know this about myself. So yeah, this person, I feel like they have had some pretty tough relationship role models in their life, or they have not learned a healthy, you know, relationship pattern. Yeah. They've learned how to sort of rely on themselves and do everything independently and sort of just be themselves. They've learned how to tread water. And they haven't learned how to really rely on someone else or how to have a successful, wow. They haven't learned how to have a successful, you know, relationship where they can really, you know, without having a fear of abandonment, without having a fear of intimacy, where they can really let someone in. There's someone who's typically very guarded and very much like, I need to do this on my own, or, you know, if I'm not capable of carrying all the weight on my shoulders, then I probably shouldn't get involved in it. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's something here where this person has to break through. And so you have this devil energy, and this is that energy of what is keeping them stuck, okay? And you have the 8 of Swords with the Tower and the 2 of Emotions. So this is where they have they have, you know, in the past and probably still have some kind of limiting belief system around around relationships and about what is possible in a relationship and what it looks like to have a relationship. This is a classic case of, you know, codependency, toxicity. That's all that's been modeled for them. That's all they've experienced themselves. And there's kind of this energy of like, I know that if I open up this relationship with Pisces, or if I really go for it with Pisces, and I'm in this energy, or I'm still carrying this belief system, or I'm still stuck in this way, it will come tumbling down. And I feel like this person has had a lot of breakthroughs here recently, just around looking at their own way of thinking, or how they feel about relationships, or what, you know, why they feel or think the way that they do. I am going to take one on this Tower. Yeah. Yeah, this is what has kept them stuck. You know, this is an energy of, you know, they've been avoiding, and probably they show up probably in an avoidant attachment style where it's like they can go for so long and then they get triggered and they run away. And with the Magician, it's like, if I want something more than this, if I want what I want, then what I have to do is I have to stop employing this attachment style. I have to stop running away from it. I have to stop saying, nope, I put the brakes on. And I have to start utilizing other tools. I have to look for a different way. And I have to be able to successfully do that, or I'm not going to get past the point that I've already gotten. It will always fall apart at the certain point. You have the Ace of Cups with the 9 of Voices with the 3 of Cups. This tells me that this person, what they really want is they want a new beginning in love here, but their fear is what sort of holds them back. Their fear is something that, you know, keeps them in an energy of feeling like they need to protect themselves, or like they need to close off. With the 3 of Voices, for some of you, there may be a third-party situation, and if there is, this is something where this person does not have to stretch themselves. I don't want to say they don't care about the third party, but there is something here where it's like, you know, it's not love. It's not love that's keeping this person with this other person, you know, if that's the case. It's a situation of this person doesn't ask me to stretch myself. It's more about having a good time, or it's more about, you know, just sort of superficially getting through life without having to feel a whole hell of a lot. That keeps me engaged in that situation. But this person has really learned a lot of spiritual lessons. You have the Page of Pentacles here, and with the 7 of Pentacles here, it is something that where I feel like the seeds of what this person actually wants, you see in this card, there's like a nest with eggs in it, is I feel this person actually wants like a place to belong, a family. There's even almost like a protective quality about this energy of the Seven of Pentacles for whatever reason. I don't usually feel that, but I do here. It's like this person really, it's almost like the feelings are already there, or, you know, the idea, the thought, the whatever is already there. And that's really what this person is looking for. That's really what this person is craving. And they have sort of told themselves, yeah, like it's, at some point this will happen for me, or at some point I'm going to do this, or I'm going to make this work. And it's kind of like now, for whatever reason, the Seven of Pentacles also talks about divine timing, and you have these 2 sevens in this Page of Pentacles here. So there's a very spiritual influence happening now, where I feel like this person is coming to a place where they're like, if not now, when, you know, and what is required of me in order to have what it is I want, I need to work on it. I need to look at it. I need to deal with it. I need to, you know, in real life with the Page of Pentacles. All right, so wow. Yeah, this person, man, I can just feel it in my heart. They really want to be a part of a family. They really want like a legacy. They really want they want this sense of belonging and love, like real love. Wow. And like a soft place to fall. It's interesting, you know, I do feel like this person has had a pretty toxic past. I just, it keeps coming up. And it feels as though they have never really had a place where they felt like cozy and cared for and important, and this sense of belonging and almost like community that they either feel or see is possible with you, Pisces. It's pretty intense for this person, and it is in their heart of hearts. It is in their like most authentic space within themselves, and it is like coveted, you know. I feel like that energy of protection again, like I protect this, I keep this safe. So you have the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Cups coming out. This person really desperately wants to go after what they want. They have to get their mind right. We saw the Five of Swords up here, and now we're seeing the Six of Swords here. This person is acknowledging that, like, I need to release any kind of way of thinking that is not in alignment or is not a vibrational match for this love that I want for Pisces, really, so that I can, you know, successfully go for it. With the Emperor, the Hanged One, and the Page of Swords, there's this energy of with the Hanged One and the Page of Swords, heavy emphasis on enlightenment, clarity, breakthrough ways of thinking that come from looking at the past. Like when we're going through something, we are going through it to the best of our ability at where we're at the time. But, and especially like if you're a kid, when you go through something and you learn to process something, you have such a limited experience set that the way you learn to process things is usually to like patch over them and sort of act as if it didn't happen to the best of your ability, or sort of like convince yourself that it's going to be okay, or that you're going to get to the other side of it, or to like sort of take the most simplified way of short-circuiting it, you know, or like navigating it. And so when you then look back as an adult and you say, oh wow, yeah, see, I remember hurting like that as a child, and I remember, you know, the feeling of insecurity or the feeling of not, yeah, I remember feeling like I just have to get through this. I just have to push this down. I just have to survive this. When you look back as an adult, you kind of can open up to, there are other ways of handling that now. You know, there are other ways for me to handle that situation if it comes up in my life. I don't have to keep processing it the same way, but it's also like I can go back and sort of rewrite that, or you know, get a different perspective that helps me deal with it in a more empowered way with the Emperor kind of thing. So this person is doing some hardcore lifting here, and they are really, it's a lot about the way their mind works and a lot about getting rid of or releasing or letting go of the way of thinking that is not in alignment with them having what it is they truly want. You know, I feel like either, and this is someone from your past, Pisces, and they see the future with you, or they've seen what's possible with you and they really want it and they're having to do the work to make that happen. Or this is someone who is kind of naturally going through, they've gone through a painful experience and they're sort of naturally going through this stage of what is it that I want in my life, and how can I work on myself in order to sort of bring that about. So either way, it feels like a pretty healthy way of going about something. It doesn't feel like, let me just show up in Pisces life and tell them that, you know, I'm sorry, and, you know, this and that. I tell them everything they want to hear and then, you know, get another chance. This person is preparing. This person is going through something in order to be ready to rise up to meet the occasion of this. And, you know, it may be that they're just preparing on their own. Totally unrelated events have happened and they're preparing on their own, and then they're going to meet you and they haven't yet met you or shown up in your life. Or this can be someone from your past who is preparing to come back in a different energy, in a different way, prepared to take advantage of this opportunity and to not lose it again. A lot of 2s and a lot of 4s in this reading. Again, you have the Emperor 4 and the 4 of materials here. And then you have the 2 of wands and the 2 of voices here. And you also have the 2 of swords here. So lots of 4s and lots of 2s. And this is like decisions and foundations, like heavy emphasis on that. So, you know, this could be, you know, someone repairing their own foundation in an attempt to be able to come in and build a solid foundation with you, Pisces. They may be going through some choice point or some, you know, kind of major, like, I need to really make some big decisions in my life, or I need to decide in little ways what am I going to allow myself to think. And with this 2 of swords, it's really showing up in this reading as an avoidant attachment style, like someone who just shuts down. And you know, this person is definitely having breakthroughs around this energy here. This is something that I feel like they developed as a way of processing in the past, and probably as a child. And they're having a lot with the Page of Inspiration here. They're understanding that this decision, this way of navigating this old habit of theirs, or this old way of processing, is preventing them from having what they want. And it's preventing them from really being able to say, yes, I am taking this solid and stable opportunity that's in front of me. This person is really ready to let go of the past and move into the future. You know, you can see that in a lot of ways in these cards. And, you know, I think, you know, of course there is this energy of like, I don't know what that looks like or what that feels like or what that's really going to ask of me ultimately. But I also know that, like with the 4 of materials, I don't want to let this go. I covet this. I love this. I cherish this. This is what I really want. And if it's not, you know, where they're specifically saying you, Pisces, it may be where it's like, what I really want is this soft place to fall, this place to belong, this place to experience actual soft emotional contentment with another person that is not toxic. What can you tell me here? What is going to happen for Pisces? Wow. So some pretty strong energies coming out here. You have the Six of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords coming to the Empress, the World, and the Chariot card energy with the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck, Pisces. This feels very much like someone is rushing in to offer you to try to balance things out if things have been imbalanced in the past, but they are trying to offer you something reciprocal. They are trying to be someone of value, to offer you something of value, and to keep you know, a balanced and healthy relationship flowing. I feel like this is, again, I'm getting this like confession energy with this Knight of Swords that I was getting in the beginning of this reading, where it's like, I just want to come in, I just want to tell you the truth. Like whatever that is. It may be, you know, this is someone new that's coming in to tell you their life story and how they ended up in this place, you know, but like that, this is what they really want, and they want to give to this situation. They want to create a family, or, you know, whatever this is. Or even just a partnership. There is, with the Five of Cups here, someone wanting, I feel like they want to talk about some kind of regrets or some kind of past situation that may have had them stuck, or may have had them sort of not able to feel confident or comfortable enough to speak this truth or to experience something like this before now. You had the Emperor show up in the last round of cards, and now you have the Empress. So this is a divine pair. I feel like this person is saying, you know, I've worked really hard to kind of take control of my life, and I know what I'm looking for in another person, and what I'm looking for in another person is what I'm seeing, you know, with this World card here. And it is almost like the Pisces symbol, right? I mean, it pretty much is the Pisces symbol. It's like this person is saying, you know, the journey is over, you know, here you are. I have found you. I have found what I'm looking for. I see all of these qualities and traits that I've been looking for in another person in you, Pisces. And with the Chariot here, this is the energy of where we yoke up with our equal opposite and move forward towards success and victory in a very balanced partnership. So, I mean, I don't know, Pisces. It feels like you've got love coming in, and it feels like it's coming in hot and heavy after a period of sort of being by yourself and almost kind of going through maybe a similar process to this, you with you. It's like you have some kind of partner coming in to like almost even reflect that energy back to you. All right. Let me get you some messages. Firm boundaries are needed now. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. Will you ever make things right? This is if you're dealing with a water sign, all right? If you're dealing with a fire sign, here and now, your true love is already a part of your life. I remember every detail of that day. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. I wish I could share my good news with you. If you are dealing with an earth sign, you can expect the apology you want to hear. I admire you. I miss hearing your voice. I saved your texts and messages. You and this person don't share the same vision, and I am waiting patiently. If you are dealing with an air sign, I miss seeing you. I feel you even though we are apart. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I still feel the pain. I won't let you down. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. I trusted you and I can't be with you. Let me get some kind of clarification on I can't be with you. I don't like to leave it on that note ever. I don't know if you guys have tarot cards, but do you ever leave your tarot cards with like the Tower or the Devil or something like that showing? Okay, so, you know, this I can't be with you energy. This actually feels like a mental thing. It feels like a thought process with this person. You know, I feel like this person is kind of insecure, to be honest with you. I feel like you know, you have this sense of home, which really feels like that 10 of Cups felt in the reading. And you have this lure, like they want you and you feel like home, but it's like they're not confident to make the first step or to make a move. So they're sort of like placating themselves with, I can't be with you, right? So this is what I have for you, Pisces. I really hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and some clarity. If it does, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I love to hear from you guys. Until next time, I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.